Welcome to Television UK. This is Leo. The Lego China Falls Lego Star Wars Minifigs.
Yeah, we've got some counterfeit, false, knockoff Lego minifigures from China, and we wanted to show you them today. And we wanted to show you how to tell the difference between real Lego minifigures and counterfeit ones from China, because the Chinese ones look really, really good. If you're not careful, you might get sold them without you knowing. We knew what we were getting. We wanted to get some of these because we wanted to get lots and lots of First Order Stormtroopers. But if you're wanting real Lego minifigures, you need to be able to tell the difference between counterfeit Chinese ones and real Lego ones. So this is a First Order Stormtrooper. These are pretty hard to get hold of. The only real way that you can get these is from the First Order Battle Pack, which gets one of these Stormtroopers and then one of a different type of First Order Stormtrooper. So if you want to get lots and lots of Stormtroopers, you've got to buy lots of battle packs. We've got a Poe Dameron here, which, again, if you want to get a Poe Dameron, really, you've got to get the Poe's X-Wing, which is quite an expensive set. Or you can buy the minifigures individually, which cost quite a lot of money. People sell them for quite a lot of money. So we bought loads and loads, and this is how they come.
Oh! I found this one.
Yeah, we got loads of First Order Stormtroopers, Poe Dameron.
Is that a Captain Phasma?
It is a Captain Phasma, and we also got a Captain Phasma. So we're going to open up Captain Phasma now and build Captain Phasma. I'm not sure whether the Captain Phasma official Lego minifigure comes with a stud shooter or with a gun, or whether it's silver or not. These came with bases which are not the same size. These are a 4x4 rather than a 3x4 like you get with collectible minifigs, so they're not quite the same. But obviously, if someone wanted to sell you a fake minifig, they could quite easily pop it on one of those bases and make it look quite legit. So that's the Captain Phasma. You can, I mean, they're really well done. It looks almost exactly like, I've had a look at pictures on the internet. I'll pop up a picture of Captain Phasma now. And then here's the one that we bought from China, and it looks exactly the same from the outside. So here's how you tell if you have got...
Daddy,
yes, mate.
I'll ask Siri on the phone if you can find Captain Phasma after we've done this video, a picture of it.
Okay, good idea. Theo's pretty obsessed with Siri on the iPhone at the moment, aren't you? You like talking to Siri?
Yeah.
So the first thing that gives it away is if you look on the top of the legs of a fake minifigure, it doesn't say anything. Now if I grab a real minifigure, here's one that I've got to hand. This is Nick Fury, because we've been building the Shield helicarrier at the moment. I'm not sure how clear this is going to be, but in between the studs on the legs, it does say Lego. So that's one of the first giveaways. But the biggest giveaway, on the stud on the top of the torso that the head goes onto, this is completely plain. On a legitimate minifigure, there is a rectangle or a splodge of a contrasting colour on it. They've all got that. So if it's a plain torso, if it's a light coloured torso, it'll have a black rectangle or splodge on the front of that neck. The Stormtroopers in particular, the limbs are a little bit loose. They just don't feel quite as good quality as a real Lego minifigure, but everything else about them,
Look at his face.
the quality of the printing, the face on them, really, really good. It's exactly the same. It's so difficult to tell the difference. You've just got to look out for Lego stamped on the top of the legs. Lego also should be stamped on top of the head. You're not going to be able to see that because the lighting's bad. And having that contrasting splodge on the front of the neck stud. Overall though, the quality of these Chinese minifigures is really, really good, and that is worrying because there will be some people who would try and sell these as real minifigures. So my advice would be, if it seems too good to be true, if someone's selling a minifigure that's usually quite expensive and they're selling it for not as much, then it probably is too good to be true. Look at Captain Phasma now. But if you're like me and you wanted to have a whole legion of First Order Stormtroopers, then they are pretty good. They do look really, really good. There are more. We've got 10 Stormtroopers, haven't we?
Yeah, we said open some more.
Open some more. Let's build our stormtroopers. Woo! So here is our completed little squad of First Order Stormtroopers, and they're chasing Poe Dameron away, and they look really, really good. Quality on them. Some of them, we've got a couple of arms that are a bit loose and won't hold up, but generally speaking, they look good. What do you think of them, Theo?
They look good.
So be careful if you're buying minifigures. Make sure that you follow our advice and check whether they are real or not, because if you don't want to get stuck with fake Chinese minifigs, you need to know the signs.
Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.
Bye.
Cause I'm skateboarding.